Whiskey Uniform 9 Foxtrot.
Whiskey Uniform 9 Foxtrot. Roger, what's the name?
Uniform 9 Foxtrot. Roger, what's the name?
My name is Joe, Juliet Oscar Echo. Last Friday I caught you and I set my radio up the way that you'd instructed, so I wanted to see if it was sounding better.
Yes, sir, you're sounding perfect. I should have known.
You're sounding perfect. I should have known.
Well, thank you. That's what I wanted to make sure that the changes came out the way we'd hoped.
Oh, yes, sir. 3 dB dynamic range, nice crisp audio. Couldn't be better. What location are you, sir?
Location are you, sir?
I'm in the town of White House, Tennessee, north side of Nashville.
Roger, and what radio are you running?
Roger, and what radio are you running?
It's an ICOM IC 7300.
7300, Roger. Well, you have the right radio, sir. That's the radio of the century. It's unbelievable radio. With a lot of unbelievable radios, but that was my first love. I just never could afford one, son. I'm proud for you, sir.
I'm proud for you, sir.
Well, I'm very blessed. I've also got a Kenwood TS590SG, and I love that one too. But they're different as night and day.
Roger. The 7300 just has an unbeatable transmitter. The limiter in that, the limiter is what really makes a transmitter a transmitter. And the limiter in that 7300 is just a stonewall limiter. It establishes a point, and you're not going to exceed that point. You just get fatter when you feed it. Roger?
You just get fatter when you feed it. Roger?
Roger. I've only had it a little over a month, but I've been very pleased with the contacts, and I've reached all over South America and all over Europe as well as the States here, so I can't complain too much.
No, and the receive is beautiful too. That audio, now you need to run that radio in no noise blank, no noise reduction, filter one position. Filter one position is no filtering. They just couldn't figure out how to say that, so they just say filter one, but that's no filtering. So you get the full audio spectrum, and that is, if somebody's giving you audio content down at 100 cycles, you'll hear it. Now the problem is with the 7300, like any other transceiver, there's not enough cubes in that radio to accurately reproduce 100 cycles. So, but you can get yourself a nice 2.1 audio system. That's 2 speakers and a subwoofer. You could do that at Walmart for under $40. Under $40, you could go to Walmart and get you an audio system that has 2 wing speakers and a subwoofer. And the subwoofer would get you down to 100 cycles. So it would just you just plug that into your 7300, get that audio out of the 7300 into a full range speaker system. It just blow your mind, Roger.
System, it just blow your mind, Roger.
Roger, I haven't tried that yet. I had an external speaker, but I think I gave it to my grandson. He's also an extra class, and I think I gave it to him.
Yes, sir. Well, I would go to Walmart and, like I say, get this system. It's cheap enough for under $40, or right at $40. And it gives you frequency response down to 100 cycles. You just plug it in and turn it on, and there it is. And you'll be absolutely pleased. If not, well, I'm not going to say I'll double your money back, but I guarantee you'll really enjoy it.
I guarantee you'll really enjoy it.
QSO, I'm sure that I will. And I appreciate your help on getting this set up right. The books are good, but you can't hear what it's doing, so it needs somebody on the outside to help you.
That's a Roger. And that radio, now I'll say the 7300 is the beginning of a species of radios heretofore that have not been designed quite that way. And this is in regards to the equalizer circuit. Good practice on equalization is to always keep in a 3-band EQ, always keep your mid-range EQ flat. Mid-range EQ flat, because then it's easy to adjust the balance of the top to the mid-range and the bottom to the mid-range. But if you boost the mid-range, then it's so much harder for the top and the bottom to catch up for balance. So much so that the folks that did the 7300 said, we're not even going to put a mid-range EQ on there. We want it to be flat, and so why even put it there? So that's buried, and you can't get to that, but you can get to the top and the bottom, and so it just makes for ease, just absolute perfection and ease of achieving a balance between the top to mid-range and bottom to mid-range. Roger?
Top to mid-range and bottom to mid-range. Roger?
QSL, that seems to be the case. I've had nothing to complain about this radio so far, and it's just a good radio.
Roger, Roger. The other thing I forgot to mention, I should have mentioned that first, is that you want to run that radio 100 to 2900 in your bandpass, 100 to 2900. Roger?
100 to 2900. Roger?
Roger. I appreciate that.
Yes, sir. It doesn't. People should be a sin to run that radio in any other bandpass but 100 to 2900. So if you get your external audio speaker system, make sure that you run the radio, no noise blank, no noise reduction, and no filtering, or in filter position 1, and you'll just love it. Roger.
And you'll just love it. Roger.
Roger. I don't have anything except I do have the filter 2, but otherwise I don't have any noise elimination circuits on.
Yes, sir. But see, that filter 2 is you're beginning to roll off the top, so you want to be in filter 1 mode on that radio. Roger.
Filter 1 mode on that radio. Roger.
Roger. I've got it on 1 now, and it does okay unless you've got a crowded area in which it gets a little bit noisy.
Roger that, Roger that. Well, of course, you know, when you go through a bad neighborhood, you have to roll up the windows sometimes.
Through a bad neighborhood, you have to roll up the windows sometimes.
Yep, exactly. Well, I appreciate it, and thank you for your help, and I'll let you get out there and help somebody else now. But again, thank you so much, and I appreciate the help from anybody from where you are in Indiana. That's where my family's roots are.
Roger, Roger, Joe. Well, listen, and also if you want to hear that radio at work, if you go to YouTube and do a call letter search for KC9VKV, followed by today's date, 10/1/21, that will take you directly to this recording. Roger?
We'll take you directly to this recording. Roger?
Roger. Okay, so do today's date on it, and I'll get it.
Yeah, the call sign KC9VKV, followed by today's date, 10/1/21, and it'll take you right to this recording.
1:21, and it'll take you right to this recording.
Oh, very cool. Thank you so much.
Roger, Roger, Joe. Well, 73, sir. Thanks for dropping by. If you get a chance, join us next Friday. We'd love to have you. This is KC9VKV, the Friday afternoon Qso-Vlog net. If you have a radio you want to check out, give me a shout.
Have a radio you want to check out, give me a shout.